Hello friends, welcome back to Wealth Guru, and here I am back again with another video on Jain Irrigation Systems. I made a video on Jain Irrigation System almost 2 to 3 months back when I recommended this stock at the level of around I think close to 15 or so, 14 or 15, and now it's almost more than doubled in the last 3 months or 4 months time frame. So I just thought of making another video for all those folks who have bought the stock at that level, and does it make sense for them to continue to hold on to this stock. So we'll do that analysis in this video today. So before moving forward, if you are new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe to it so that you can get recommendations from me every time I post a video and get notification for that. Alright, so without making any further delay, let's get started. So as all of you know, Jain Irrigation Systems is a company in the irrigation space, and it is a pretty old company with more than 34 years of experience. And right now it has a market cap of close to 1910 crores. The current price is at 37.6. The book value is 59.8. So it's one of the very rare companies where the market price is less than the book value. And in terms of the 52-week high low, right, the 52-week high was 40 and the low was 12.6, and the face value of the stock is 2 rupees. Now let's go into the details of how the stock performed in maybe the last 6 months, 1 year, and beyond that. So as I said, I recommended this stock at around, I think around April or May time frame, when it was trading in the range of 15 to 20, and yet you see it has risen from that level to almost 40 in the last 4 5 months. And if I take a 1 year chart, it has more than tripled in that time period. In the 3 year period and the 5 year period, the story looks completely different. As you can see, the stock almost was a level of 145 way back in 2018 January at this time frame, and there on it just kept on decreasing to even reach a level of 3.5 in the month of April. So almost moved down by almost one. What is 95%? It just lost its value in the time frame. But it again moved up from that level, and almost from this level, if I compare it, just almost up by almost 13 times. So it, as I said earlier, it's all about the timing of the market. At what point of the market you enter and what point of the time market you exit, that has to be valued properly. Otherwise, you will not be able to make a lot of money in the market. So that being said, if you look at the max time frame, it even reached the levels of 228 way back in August of 2010, but has been almost level of 40 right now. So what are the pros and cons of the company? So if you look at the pros, the stock is trading at 0.63 times its book value. That's the only pros. But there are a lot of cons. The company has low interest coverage ratio. The company has delivered a poor sales growth of -2% over the past 5 years. The promoter holding is pretty low. It's almost 28% only. Company has a low return on equity. Contingent liability is 724 crores. Promoters have placed almost 49.95% of their holding. So promoters doesn't have a lot of stake in the company, and company has high debt of close to 160 days. So that being said, who are the peers? Like, who are the competitors of Jain Irrigation? And if you look at it in this space, the plastic product space, Jain Irrigation is almost at level at 8th position. There are many big players like Astral Pipes, Supreme Industries, with market cap of more than 30,000 crores. These two companies. There are other smaller players also. Nilkamal, Prince Pipes are also there. But if you look at the market, it is Astral Pipes and Supreme Industry who are actually the market leaders there. And in terms of if you look at how the sales quarter was compared to these big players, as you can see, Jain Irrigation has a comparable sales quarter of 777 crores, but primarily a big part of it is coming from financing. So we'll dig deep into that, like to find out what really comprises of. But you can see net profit is 12 crores, which is very less compared to the overall sales. But if you look at companies like Supreme Industries, it has sales of 1342 crores and a profit of 170 crores. So more than 13-14% of profit margin. Same is true for Astral Pipes, who has close to 10% of profit margin. So that makes these companies much superior compared to Jain Irrigation. But in terms of valuation, it's really at the bottom right now. As you saw some time back, the book price is even higher than the current market price. And if you look at the quarterly results, this is what the sales look like: 778 crores in the last quarter. But if you look at the operating profit, it's 248 crores only. So not a lot of profit margin out there. And if you look at the profit and loss statement also, they have not been doing pretty good. And if you look at the EPS, it's still at negative of minus 7.97. And one more thing, one interesting thing to look at is they were paying dividends till almost March of 2019, but after that stopped paying dividends. So no more paying dividends. The dividends used to be pretty good for Jain Irrigation earlier, but that doesn't seem to be the case now. And if you look at the balance sheet also, they have fixed assets is 5,000 crores and other assets is 6,900 crores. And if you look at the borrowings, it's almost 6,217 crores. So there's a lot of debt in the company, and that just kept on increasing over the years. As you can see, it just kept on increasing for last few years. And in terms of cash flows, they have just some good cash flow from operating activity and like investing activities. But from financial activity, they are getting negative. So net cash flow positive, at least for the last 2 years. But in 2019, they were cash flow negative of minus 80 crores. So that's pretty much it. And if you look at the shareholding pattern, also just said some time back, the promoters holding has been at 28.64%. Public holds bulk of the investment of close to 65% of the stake. And in fact, the shareholders, the promoters have reduced their stake, and they have reduced completely, like they have placed a lot of shares in the company. All right. So that being said, there are better options in the market, and as I said earlier, the stock has almost more than doubled in last 4 5 months. So, and market being at almost 60,000 levels now, it really could be a risky bet to put your money on this. Yeah, but there could be possibility of this going up. But if you look at your risk appetite, then I would suggest exit the stock right now, and if this goes below maybe 30 or 25 level, then enter it back into the stock. But right now, just maybe exit the stock if you purchased the stock when I last recommended this at around April-May time frame. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I hope you like the video, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe the channel so that you get notifications every time I post this video. Thanks a lot for watching.
Bye bye.